And you know what? I didn't even mean to be doing this for a living. This was not where I was headed. This was not my intention. I was very happy where I was doing what I was doing. And then I had this incredible awakening 7 years ago, and an energy, an entity, a beautiful, unseen but surely felt divine energy came and kept saying to me, Debbie, you're a shaman, you are a healer, and you are a priestess. And I didn't know what to do with any of those words. I didn't have context for it. Spiritual as I was, it meant nothing in conjunction with who I was at the time. And so I argued for my limitations and I said, no, I'm not. And she was definitely a feminine, divine feminine presence, kept telling me that I was indeed those things. I felt really embarrassed because how could I possibly have shaman inside of me or be called a shaman when I know that it takes decades for an indigenous person to become a shaman? So much discipline, so much initiation that I certainly hadn't gone through, and being chosen by spirit and by lineage and your community, none of which I was. I was just a white girl from California, from the United States, but she would not let it go. And so night after night, she came back and she said the same things to me and started showing me aspects of myself as a healer, and was telling me that I needed to get shaman prayers said over me. And she insisted that I go speak to the shaman who was nearby and tell them that I needed a prayer, a blessing specifically over me on my path becoming a shaman, being a shaman. And that was also really humiliating and embarrassing. But after 20 minutes of arguing, where she would not let up, I finally acquiesced and went up to the shaman and told the shaman what was going on and what was being asked of me and them. And they said yes, which really surprised me. So I was told to collect some things and come back. And indeed, I received a blessing from that very true, real shaman over me for being a shaman. And just when I thought it was enough and I could slither away back into my own happy space, she stopped me once again, even after that blessing, and told me to go up to the female shaman. I was not allowed to call her by her name. I had to call her sister to make sure that it was clear I was like her, a sister shaman, a shamanista. And so, I didn't want to argue for another 20 minutes. I went back and said, I'm being told to ask you for a blessing this time that I will find my way as a shaman. And she was so beautiful and kind and did this gorgeous prayer blessing over me in Spanish. And because I also sing, I sing in 5 languages and I sing in Spanish, I knew what she was saying and could receive all of that. I went back to my world and I was massively confused. And that was the beginning of a huge upheaval, change trajectory in my life, because that massive confusion brought up my gift as a journalist and as a researcher. So I started to research very deeply. What did these things mean? Then I did some timeline, past life regressions, and saw things very clearly that were aligned with this message the divine was giving me, including a galactic lifetime. And at that time, I didn't believe in ETs or UFOs. I thought it was all cuckoo. And then I saw that I indeed had aspects of multidimensional beings that I was and am galactically. And that was huge, and shamanically and so forth as priestess. And so that opened me up to even desiring to understand more. And so I got involved in shamanism for the information. The information is what got me to work with some of the greatest shamans around the world, some of the most profound men and women. And I'm so grateful to all of them because I went for the information, but because of these deeply profound healing practices, it saved my life. It changed my life. And it showed me who I really am inside. And so this was 7 years ago. Everything has changed since then. And I'm now, today, after years of doing programs for people in shamanism and in the galactic, a big marriage for me, these two. They're very closely connected and woven together. I have said no to my students many times over the years who have asked, can you teach shamanism? I knew that I was getting a no. And then recently, I received this huge download. In fact, I received Shamanism One as an entire program download and a big, it is time. It is yes. It is time to open the doors and to invite in those who feel the medicine calling to them, those who are remembering something they may not even remember, those who are ready to step up, and anyone who takes part in this. Yes, I'm telling you, there's a Shamanism Level One program that I'm opening up, and it starts January 6th, 2026. If you feel the medicine, if you feel the calling, join. You can do it for yourself, your kids, yourself, your family, yourself, your friends, or take it in different ways in the world because the world needs us right now and our light and our practices. These indigenous practices need to be out in the world. And there will be more than a level one, but you must take level one before level two. And that will be several months later. So it's for the entire month of January. We meet on Tuesdays. Everything is at debbidachinger.com/L1, L1 for level one, DEBBIDACHINGER.com/L1. And people have signed up already. There's only 15 seats available, and some of those seats have been taken, so don't wait. We are leaving the year of the wooden snake. The year of the wooden snake was about surrender, let go, health issues, career issues, money issues, relationship issues, your behavior out in the world. All of it was being called up into judgment, really, because the judge, which is a beloved judge, was saying, this does not serve you, and you've been doing this too long, it's time to let go. And when we weren't letting go, it was taken from us. So it's not an unfairness, it's because there's something so much greater and grander for you, and you are so much more magnificent than the life you had been living. We were all touched by this, all uncomfortable by this, but we had to let go and release because we needed capacity. We needed to have a space that was ready to be filled because next year, 2026, 1 year, one is the year of beginnings. One is the year of you stepping into your unique, magnificent, divine self, putting your gift out into the world in your way. And a number 1 year is coupled so perfect with the year of the fire horse. Think about what a horse is like that is free. It's all about free energy, enthusiasm. It's about harnessing your energy for the right thing. So when you're ready for new beginnings and now you have this capacity, join for this shaman program. It is maybe the only time I'll teach it. I can only tell you when I get the downloads to do something, then I'm aligned to do it. And this is right. I want to read something to you that I just received this morning from somebody who lives in another country, so can't be awake for the time that I do the shaman galactic healings globally. And she just sent this, and I love getting these, and I get them all the time. And I'll just say, I've received them from people who have been involved with the shaman galactic healings and activations that I do, who have said they started speaking languages all of a sudden when it was done. And what's amazing about that, especially to me, that when they completed and they fed it into AI, they were like, what am I even speaking? I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what I'm saying. AI said back to them, you're speaking Quechua. And that is my shamanic lineage that comes through me. And that is the language they speak. The people high up in the Andes in Peru. And so she started speaking Quechua, and I've had other people who've had massive healings, emotionally, physically, purpose coming up, clarity, changes. So this is from someone beautiful in Switzerland who wrote, "Dearest Debbie, I did the shamanic journey today in replay." So this is in replay to honor the 1212 portal. And it was a powerful experience with a big release and an important realization. I had problems with the ears the last couple of days, and I was wondering what the message is. And now it's crystal clear. I got it. Let your spirit speak before the world speaks, and listen. And I could really feel your hands on my body and everything else you did. Very remarkable. Thank you so much for your work and your passion and the love you put into all your creations. Lots of love from Switzerland. It's true. Anybody who knows me and works with me knows I care. I really care. And I really love. And this is my mission right now, to share this information with you and to start gifting this out in the world. So if you feel called, go read more, debbidachinger.com/L1, or sign up and grab your seat right away. There are going to be replays. There's going to be workbooks. It's going to be intimate. And I am working with everybody every week. I'm so excited to work with you too. In Munai, in love. This is Debbie. Number 1 year, you're the fire horse. It's going to be fast and furious and fabulous. And if you want to open up to shamanism, and of course, I bring the galactic element in too, I would be so honored to be your guide in this.